I'm about to do something insane. I am sorry in advance, but sometimes the only way to break free is to shatter every rule we thought we had to follow. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance, because love isn't always logical. Sometimes it's wild, reckless, and completely worth the chaos. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. When your heart is screaming louder than your fears, you have no choice but to listen. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. I'm trading comfort for the unknown, because growth doesn't happen inside a safety bubble. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. But when you finally realize what you deserve, anything less becomes unbearable. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. Because some risks are worth taking, even if the whole world doubts you. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. It's time to stop playing small and start living the story I was meant to tell. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. Sometimes the biggest leaps lead to the most beautiful landings. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. But it's only insane if you don't believe in the magic that happens outside your comfort zone. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. Because you can't rewrite your future by holding on to a safe past. The moment you decide to chase your truth is the moment the world stops making sense. And that's where the magic begins. I'm learning to embrace the chaos because in chaos, I find clarity that calm never revealed. What feels like madness to others might be the only way you'll find your peace. I'm done waiting for the right time. The only time that's right is now. When you dare to be different, the world might push back, but it also starts to pay attention. The line between genius and insanity is just the courage to keep going when everyone else stops. Rewriting my story in real time with every insane decision that scares me. Sometimes the most insane thing you can do is trust yourself. Fear is just a feeling. Madness is just a perspective. The greatest breakthroughs come from the wildest risks. I'm choosing to live a life that makes my soul scream, even if it confuses my mind. Sometimes you have to burn the old maps to find your own way. Insanity is not doing something new. It's refusing to change when you know you must. I'm sorry if my insanity shakes your world, but it's the only way I'll ever be truly alive. The things that scare us most often hide the greatest opportunities. To live fully is to sometimes act irrationally, but always with passion. I'm chasing the impossible because possible never felt like enough. If sanity means settling for less, I choose madness every single time. My insane is just my soul trying to roar louder than my fears. When you finally stop fearing what others think, life becomes wildly beautiful. I'm about to jump, and I'm trusting the universe to catch me. The fire inside me burns too bright to be contained by logic. The best stories are written by those brave enough to be called insane. I'm sorry if my passion looks like madness. It's the only language I speak. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone and the edge of your fears. I'm breaking the chains of expectation to dance with my own destiny. Insanity is simply the willingness to see what others cannot. Sometimes, losing your mind is the only way to find your soul. I'm not insane. I'm awake in a world that's asleep. The greatest risk is never taking one. And I refuse to live with that regret. I'm stepping off the cliff not because I'm crazy, but because I believe I can fly. To be misunderstood is the price of greatness, and I'm ready to pay it. I'm about to do what no one else dares because I believe in my own madness. The world calls it insane. I call it following my heart. When passion burns brighter than reason, miracles happen. I'm rewriting the rules because the old ones no longer serve me. Sometimes, the craziest path is the one leading straight to freedom. I'm choosing chaos over comfort because that's where I find truth. My insanity is the fuel that propels me beyond ordinary. I'm about to ignite a spark that might just light the world. Fear tries to silence me, but my madness screams louder. I'm diving headfirst into the unknown because it's better than a life half-lived. Sometimes, insanity is the most sane choice you can make. I'm walking through fire because I know it'll forge me stronger. I'm sorry if this scares you. Some transformations always do. The voice that calls you insane might just be the whisper of your true self. I'm about to tear down walls I built myself, and it's terrifying and beautiful. Madness isn't a flaw. It's the courage to be yourself when no one else will. I'm about to do something insane. I'm sorry in advance. Because sometimes, to find yourself, you have to lose everything you thought mattered. The path I'm choosing may seem reckless, but it's paved with every lesson I've learned from pain and hope. I'm not afraid of breaking. Sometimes you have to shatter to rebuild stronger than ever before. The world expects me to play safe, but I'm done living in someone else's shadow. I'm about to step into the fire, not to burn, but to rise like a phoenix. Every insane decision I make is a declaration that I refuse to settle for a half-lived life. I'm chasing storms because calm seas have never made a skilled sailor. When your soul is starving for change, only bold moves can feed it. I'm sorry if I seem reckless, but I am guided by a hunger that no logic can satisfy. Insanity is just the courage to trust the unseen and embrace uncertainty. I'm about to risk everything, because the alternative is a slow death of the spirit. Sometimes the greatest acts of bravery are disguised as madness. I'm tearing down walls built by fear to create a life built on passion. If you think I'm insane, wait until you see how alive I become. The risk isn't in the madness. It's in living without daring to dream wildly. I'm about to paint outside the lines and color my world with fearless strokes. I'm sorry if my wild heart unsettles you. It's just waking up to its own truth. I'm running toward the unknown because the known has become a cage. Insanity is just a different kind of clarity, the kind that shakes your soul awake. I'm about to leap without looking back because the future I want doesn't exist yet. Every insane step I take is a rebellion against a life half-lived. I'm sorry in advance if this scares you, but fear never stopped anyone worth following. Sometimes, madness is the only way to break free from the chains of conformity. I'm about to trust a path no one else sees, but it feels like home to me. I'm trading certainty for possibility, because possibility is where miracles happen. My insanity is my freedom, my refusal to live small or quiet. I'm about to follow the whispers of my heart, no matter how loud the doubts. Insane, maybe, but I'd rather be called insane than forgotten. I'm stepping into the storm because that's where legends are born. I'm sorry if this feels reckless, but sometimes reckless is the only way to be real. I'm about to rewrite the story that fear wrote for me. The world may call it madness, but I call it living fully awake. I'm about to dance on the edge of chaos and find my balance there. I'm breaking free from the expectations that suffocate my soul. I'm sorry if my passion feels like a wildfire, but it's the only fire I know. I'm about to chase the kind of dreams that make people question my sanity. I'm risking it all for a chance at a life that feels worth waking up to. Sometimes, insanity is the loudest prayer for freedom. I'm sorry if my courage shakes your foundation. I'm just building my own. I'm about to take the road less traveled because it's where my heart leads. Insanity is just the language of those brave enough to live authentically. I'm done hiding in the shadows of my own fears. I'm about to break every rule I wrote for myself, because rules were meant to be broken. I'm sorry if my madness feels like chaos. It's the rhythm of my awakening. I'm about to let go of the safe and grab hold of the extraordinary. I'm chasing the wild unknown because it's the only place I feel alive. My insanity is a revolution against a life unlived. I'm sorry if this scares you, but I'm finally choosing myself. I'm about to do what scares me, most because that's where growth lives. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and into my power. Insanity is just the courage to be your own kind of normal. I'm sorry if my dreams seem impossible. They're just too big for small minds. I'm about to make a mess of things, and I can't wait to see what beauty comes from it. I'm chasing the kind of freedom that only comes when you stop caring what others think. I'm about to turn my insanity into my greatest strength. I'm sorry if my passion disrupts your peace. I'm just trying to find mine. I'm breaking free from the past to rewrite my future. I'm about to risk it all because living cautiously isn't living at all. My insanity is the spark that will ignite a new beginning. I'm sorry in advance, but this is me choosing to live, wildly and unapologetically. I'm about to do something insane. I am sorry in advance. Because sometimes breaking the mold is the only way to find your true shape. I am stepping into the unknown not because I'm fearless, but because fear can't cage my dreams anymore. Every insane choice I make is a rebellion against a life that tries to silence my soul. I'm sorry if my wildness feels unsettling, but it's the voice of a heart that refuses to be tamed. I'm about to burn bridges behind me, not out of hate, but to light the way forward. Sometimes, the biggest risk is believing in yourself when no one else does. I'm trading comfort for a chance to truly live, and that scares me as much as it excites me. I'm sorry if this feels like madness, but it's the only way I know how to be free. I'm about to rewrite the rules of my own existence, starting with what it means to be sane. When the world tells you to conform, that's when you know you're about to change everything. I am ready to embrace that. Chaos inside me, because only in chaos can stars be born. I'm sorry if my courage makes you uncomfortable, but it's the sound of soul awakening. I'm about to chase a life that makes my heart race and my spirit soar. Insanity is just the cost of following a path no one else has dared to take. I'm sorry if this journey looks reckless, but it's guided by the fiercest love I've ever known. I'm stepping out of the shadows to claim the light that's been waiting for me all along. I'm about to do what scares me most because that's where true freedom lives. I'm sorry if my dreams seem too big. They're just reflections of a soul that won't be small. I'm ready to make mistakes, to fall, and to rise again stronger than ever. I'm about to live a story so wild, so unapologetic, it will shake the very ground beneath me. Sometimes, madness is the only language that truth understands. I'm sorry if this scares you, but I'm done playing it safe with my life. I'm about to step into the fire not to burn, but to be reborn. I'm chasing a horizon only I can see, and I won't stop until I reach it. I'm sorry if my passion disrupts your peace, but it's the only peace I've ever truly known. I'm about to take the road no one else has the courage to travel. I'm ready to be misunderstood because clarity is overrated. I'm sorry if my boldness feels like madness, but it's just the sound of my soul. I'm about down every wall that's kept me from living fully. I'm chasing a life that's messy, wild, and beautifully unpredictable. I'm sorry if my insanity is loud. It's the only voice I've got. I'm stepping off the edge not because I'm crazy, but because I believe I can fly. I'm about to challenge every limit I ever accepted as true. I'm sorry if this path unsettles you, but it's the only way I know how to grow. I'm ready to burn my old story to the ground and write it with chaos, because that's where my soul feels alive. I'm sorry if my fire burns too bright, but I refuse to dim my light for anyone. I'm chasing a dream that feels impossible, but impossible is just a word. I'm about to live a life so real, so raw, it will leave no room for doubt. I'm sorry if my madness shakes your foundation. I'm building mine. I'm ready to face the storm inside me, head on and come out stronger. I'm about to take risks that will scare the hell out of me, and that's exactly why I must. I'm sorry if this journey feels insane, but sanity never led anyone to greatness. I'm stepping into the unknown with nothing but faith and fierce determination. I'm about to break free from chains I didn't know were holding me. I'm ready to lose myself to find the person I was always meant to be. I'm sorry if my fire feels uncontrollable. It's the spark of a new beginning. I'm about to do what feels impossible because impossible is just a challenge I accept. I'm chasing a life that scares me and thrills me in equal measure. I'm ready to live without apologies, regrets, or looking back. I'm sorry if my courage disrupts your comfort zone, but it's the only peace I've found. I'm about to let go of the familiar to embrace the extraordinary. I'm stepping into a story only I can tell, and it's going to be insane in the best way. I'm ready to risk it all for a shot at something extraordinary. I'm sorry if my madness confuses you. It's the language of my soul awakening. I'm about to do what's right for me, no matter the cost. I'm ready to be wild, free, and unapologetically me. I'm sorry if this scares you, but I am finally choosing to live on my own terms. I'm about to light a fire that will never be extinguished. I'm ready to rewrite the definition of what it means to be alive.